Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Daniel.
I'm Summer.
And today we're back with episode 6 of Shogun.
Wow, we are moving right along.
We're moving along.
This is the fastest we've ever finished any show we ever started.
In several years. There's a show out there we're on season 5 and we started it. It was already up to season 5.
Yeah, it's like on season 10. I mean, what season are they on?
I don't even know anymore. And we watched an episode once every 4 or 5 months. So
yeah,
this is exciting because then that way I don't have to like really try to remember what happened.
Right.
You know, to think about.
I remember we would go back and watch that other show and we're like, who are these people?
Yeah. You don't know any names or anything.
Yeah.
But with this one, every episode has been really good. There's been a lot of like cliffhangers and new developments and new angles and everything. Last episode was the same thing. Big cliffhanger.
A lot of really big moments, I think, like in that.
Yeah. The big picture that I said last week and that I'm really liking about the show is just like getting to know a culture, a customs, a way of life, and learning to respect it. But it's kind of both ways. They learn to respect certain ways that he approaches things.
Right. It's like also trying to see a complete outsider assimilate to that culture.
Yeah.
Because he's like thrown in there. He's technically, he still sees himself kind of as a prisoner there.
Yeah.
But we saw that kind of start to shift towards the end of that episode, I think.
Right. Even with the titles.
Yeah.
And everything, he's technically still a prisoner.
He's still held there. He can't leave. At the beginning of that episode, he wanted to leave. He wanted his ships and
that's
his
when he
men.
realized it.
And yeah.
He's like, I trained the troops. I want to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's my turn to leave.
So, and I think so. Then because of that, he got like kind of disconnected, and obviously, he had the moment with Barunto, I think was his name. Mariko's husband. And then there was like a little riff.
That was intense.
So then, yeah, that was. So then, but then even at the end, he still apologized to him for like causing a stir in his home,
disturbing the peace in his home.
Everything about customs.
Wow.
But even after all that, they were both, he was like, I'm done with this place. I'm ready to just leave.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. We're done. Earthquake happens.
Well, okay, so that's a major development, the whole earthquake thing, because we saw the episode before where Toranaga's son pretty much declares war.
Right.
Right? And then this episode at the end, we see pretty much the whole army getting, I don't know, covered by a landslide.
What it seems like, I'm assuming he doesn't lose them all, but maybe in this episode they'll say we have 40% of our troops or something like that.
Right, like a significant loss, I'm sure.
But so that was the big obvious problem with that earthquake. But then also Toranaga almost died, and Blackthorn saved his life.
Yep.
And gave him his
I think Blackthorn has gone through just about every episode saving somebody.
Right. Rodriguez. Early on, and it ended up helping him later on.
Because it's part of his character too. Internal, it's like he's a good guy.
Yeah. He has a good moral compass.
He has a good,
So there at the end, that was a big moment. And I think he's going to keep moving up. So they're going to just be like, this guy is something else. Like he's really, he's more than meets the eye. He's not a barbarian.
Right.
That's what they're realizing.
He still is called that by some.
Yeah. But now the last thing I'll say, he had a hard lesson in how serious their customs are and rituals, which he's known about them. But someone's life was taken at his hand. The village gardener, who he had taken a liking to. Yeah. Because he said the words, if anybody touches it,
you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead. That's just really sad. And you can tell it bothered him, and it bothered him that they are so stuck in their rituals and everything. But even though he respects it at the same time, but I think if anything, it just means now he's gonna try to learn them and respect them and abide by them.
And he'll be more careful with his words, maybe.
Yeah. It just needed a moment like that to happen for him, for that light bulb moment to happen. Anyway, and you got anything else?
Yeah, sorry about my snacks over here. Daniel doesn't like the aesthetics of snacks all over the table.
It's totally fine. At this point, we said in our first episode, this is kind of like our date night.
I was about to say, I wanted to make it more like a date night. We're at the movies. You're going to buy me some popcorn and some sugary candies and a water. I mean,
next week, we'll be filming at a picnic in a park somewhere. Next to Lake with Ducks.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I got some
hot
snacks.
tamales,
popcorn. So if you see us chewing,
sorry,
don't mind us.
I'll try not to lose myself in the snacks.
Right. Not paying attention. All right. Well, before we hop in, consider subscribing to our channel, and the full uncut reaction is in our Patreon, which is linked down below, as well as early access if you want to get ahead. If you don't want to wait till next week.
Yeah.
Yep. Otherwise, we're going to hop right in. Oh yeah, we learned more about her family.
Her line, what happened?
Your husband's brutality is no fault of yours.
We should not be seen together. From this day forward, the only words we share will be from others' lips.
Oh, that was so intense.
Oh yeah, that's right.
How did we forget the whole? That was the cliffhanger at the end.
Oh.
Wow, 22 years ago.
Was it an actual flashback? Is this gonna be her as a kid, maybe?
I'm wondering.
Oh, it's both of them. So they were friends?
Mm-hmm.
Or are we gonna see him?
Hopefully not.
Oh, it's... Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
That's horrible.
Oh, you're only dreaming.
Wow, what... That is just horrible to witness. No. We saw her fight a little bit in the forest.
Oh, there's Toranaga too.
Oh. They're probably already married at this point.
Oh,
they were about to be married.
Oh, she's supposed to be 16 there? Or I guess 16 years ago. Oh, there's Joe.
There's that line again.
Oh, I was like, is this the present now? She just learned to through all those hardships. That's probably how she learned how to be so
almost kind of detached.
Like dry. Yeah.
Detached from her present circumstances. She's kind of like a Toranaga in a sense too. Like you feel like she has like this master plan hiding somewhere inside her brain.
But she was one of the only ones that could early on in one of the early episodes that kind of could foresee his plan.
Right.
So she's like him in a lot of ways. I mean, she's been in the family, like kind of been around. Almost like a non-official protege. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, now what? Wow.
He's giving him land. His face always. Oh,
Oh.
He also made you his chief admiral and general of the cannon regiment.
He keeps moving up. Wow, they already have the stuff ready. Is
And
he gonna
then
have to?
he's like, and if I don't want to? Is he gonna learn how to fight with swords?
I know.
Because we haven't seen that yet. His training and their style of fighting. Wasn't he supposed to be over the cannon regiment?
Yeah, he tried to give it to his uncle.
Wow.
Man.
Was that like a mass grave? Did you see that? It looked like a big hole.
Yeah, I did. Thousands dead.
下からはさらに悪い知らせも届いた。かようなことで石道勢に対峙できようはずもない。
して安心が大砲隊の采配を
Exactly.
That's all. That's a direct order. Yeah, you can't do anything.
元は我が兵者がもはやわしの手を離れてしもうた。
しかし
He's like, I don't like that.
万人などに
何をほざいておるのじゃ。いつ負け戦に引っ張り出されるか分からんという時に、お前という男は万人一人にいつまでもこだわりよって。
If anything, he might help him.
殿のお顔に泥を塗る将軍、誠に面目次第もござりませぬ。
わしではない。その方の家中。
Oh.
また我が旗本の屋敷に恥をかかせたのじゃ。
Oh.
How'd they work it out?
あれがそばにおると、俺を忘れてしまい。
ならば離縁せよ。
ご容赦くだされませ。長い年月を過ごしてまいりましたゆえ、今さら拙者はかように思っておりました。マリコの父が謀反を起こした後も、あれの命を助けてやれば、マリコはありがたく思うてくれるだろうと。マリコの氷のような素振りは変わりません。
I mean, he probably knows.
死を賜りたいと、そう繰り返すばかりで、何年経っても氷は溶けませぬ。それはあの男に対しては違うのでございます。
Oh, he's noticing it.
Oh.
マリコは
Speaking of.
わしの申し付けに従うておるだけじゃ。そなたには欠けた資質じゃな。よいか、これより7日の間、マリコに近づくことまかりなら。
Wow. Oh, fancy seeing you two here. Oh. Perfect timing.
I must ask why he lavished me with the gift of his cannon regiment last night.
過分な褒美を賜りましたわけをお聞かせ願いたいと申しておられまする。
わしの気前の良さが信じられんのか。
He asks if you refuse them.
It's not a matter of refusing. I'm unable to serve him in the way he wishes me to. So I wish to leave.
Oh.
どんな役目なら良いと申すのじゃ。
He asks what service you would rather be given.
They're not letting him go.
If I were to remain in the
In the
Japans,
Japans.
I would formally ask again for the return of my ship, so that I may sail against his enemies and mine, the Portuguese. As his chief admiral, there are still ways I can disrupt his enemies. I could attack the Portuguese black ship at sea, harming trade to the ports controlled by his Catholic rivals on the council. I'm told their names are Kiama and
Oh no, he knows those
thus
names.
stifling the flow of Portuguese Catholic wealth and its accompanying power, which will ultimately be brandished against him
Oh
It's a-
boy.
and his country.
Is he gonna remember all that? Is he gonna say that?
This is not in our Lord's interest.
Oh.
I'm sorry, were you going to translate?
Say it.
That's a lot to translate too.
安仁様は黒船を攻めたいと申しておられまする。
何故わしが友好国を攻めねばならんのじゃ。
He says that the Portuguese are a friendly nation, and he would never attack their vessel.
Believe me, the Portuguese are neither here for the good of Japan nor Toranaga-sama. They are here to gain in the name of their god.
Why do you cling to this?
何を言い争うておるのじゃ。
Don't lose yourself.
I would politely ask you to tell him Portugal is friendly only to their profits.
もう話すつもりはない。
Wow.
That is all for now.
そなたは残れ。
Uh-oh.
そなたと安心の間に。
Oh, he senses something.
安心が望むものはやらぬことにいたす。代わりにあれの頭が冷えるよう一晩茶屋で遊ばせる膳立てを頼む。
Right, not her, but
遊女
at a brothel.
Right.
安心の友もいたせ。
Oh.
Oh.
通じ役じゃ。安心が枕を交わしながら話す折に。
Oh. I
Maybe
feel like
he
he's
knows.
doing this on purpose.
He's telling Buntaro to divorce her, and he's pretty much telling her like, go in there
to translate.
Well, to translate.
Well, either he's trying to set them up, or he's trying to break whatever tension that there is. Oh, is this still there? Osaka?
Oh gosh.
Can you imagine? Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, man, that's you gotta make the decision.
So who's lighting this on fire? Are they making it look like they've been attacked?
Oh man, they're trying to force the Toranaga's impeachment or like vote against Toranaga.
Osaka Castle has been locked down. Ishido claims there is a plot to kill the heir, and he has ordered that no regent shall be allowed to leave until they can elect a fifth member and sentence Toranaga to death.
Oh, remember they were arguing about it?
Lady Ochiba?
Oh.
This campaign to eliminate Toranaga, it has accelerated since her return.
Okay.
That woman has no such power.
I would not underestimate her eminence. I think the time has come for us to turn towards Toranaga as an ally.
Oh.
I've never understood this hold he has on you. Let us pray that we can bring him to our side when this is done.
Maybe she'll have a memory of it. It was that we heard this voiceover. It's like humming.
Oh. Golly. Oh.
Oh.
That's good acting. How are they gonna pick a fifth?
Everyone's hostages.
She's listening.
これが太閤様が苦労して築かれた太平の世の慣れの果てか。
今はどれほど用心してもしすぎることはございませぬ。
石堂は所詮太閤様お気に入りの小塩止まりの器。小妻は聞いても大勢はせん。そなたは手を組む相手を待ちぼうて。そなたのお父上のご逝去にはお悔やみ申し上げまする。我が夫が天下人であること、私が夫の世継ぎを埋めなんだことをご存知か。これは100年以上前から我が一族に伝わる品。この世に二つとなきものじゃ。我らにおの子を産んでくれる側室に譲ろうと思っておる。これよりそなたは落ち葉の方と呼ばれる。
落ち葉の方。
女は生きておれば全てを失うやもしれぬ。じゃが全てを取り返すこともできよう。
It's her backstory now.
宿命の非常な眼差しを恐れずに見据え、宿命にそなたの生きる様を見せてやるがよい。
She has a motive. She has like an ulterior like plan.
亡き太閤様のお役、誠見事に演じておられましたぞ。これは恐縮至極にござる石堂殿。亡き太閤様のご意向に比べれば、我が身の無能が情けのうなりまするわ。拙者も同じじゃ。子供の頃、太閤様を手本と仰いだものじゃ。 拙者のような元百姓でも大出世できるとな。
生まれながら運に恵まれる者もおれば、自らつかばねばならぬ者もおる。
お世継ぎへの企み事についてはお聞き
Oh,
及
oh, he's going right into it.
トラナガの挑発をこれ以上許しちゃうなら、臣も大老となり、ト
Mm-hmm.
ラナガの死に応じてくださらぬか。太閤様の影の中で生きているようなもの。
その通りじゃ。とはいえ、太閤様にも手落ちはあった。
No.
トラナガを殺さずじまいだったことじゃ。
何故かようなまでにトラナガを
Right.
憎むのでご
That's
ざ
what I
る。
want to know.
トラナガを滅ぼすのじゃ。さすれば、我らはそなたの影について語ることになろう。
But they had history though, right? Didn't they have? Weren't they like involved? Oh, is that him still traveling?
No way.
He's probably exhausted. Oh god.
すべて指導の手中に落ちておる。
父上はお世継ぎにひたすら忠義を尽くして参ったのじゃ。本人はキャツラの方であろうが。
敵方への寝返りを余儀なくされている味方は日に日に増えております。今こそ好天の時にございます。
Oh, what did they shoot him with like fire arrows or something?
好天とは何でございまする。
Exactly. He's
は
like,
るか昔に練られた作じゃ。紅の空と書いて好天。つまり一気風に大坂城に攻め入る作じゃ。これまでの大老会議を廃し、
oh wow.
新しい体制を作り上げる。虎長様を一人を大老と
Wow.
する体制をじゃ。
Like a coup.
将軍か。5人目の大老は石堂派。虎長様には死罪が宣告されましょう。
ではやはり公殿か。
Oh my gosh.
時の猶予がある今、あえて危険を冒す愚がありましょうや。
待ってるいともがどこにあるのじゃ。
父上、先祖代々の意向を取り返し、将軍におなりください。父上は戦では負け知らず。
これはわしが戦を先に仕掛けたことがないからじゃ。公殿はいたさん。
Oh,
わしは将軍の位を望んだことなどない。
he said that
今後も
before.
望まぬ。死なずに済む策を進言せよ。
虎長様より、お菊は今宵空いておるか聞いてまいれと申しつかりましたゆえ。
なんと光栄。500問目でいかがでしょう。うちの子たちは皆一流の芸達者でございまする。頭の方も気立ての方も磨き抜いておりまして、誓って申し上げますが、大判5枚は当たり前のお題にございます。
では100問目なら。
Oh.
You went from 500 to 100.
虎長様は一晩
It's not 4.
楽しまれたいの
That's probably why she's thinking.
まあこれは失礼を。虎長様ではござりませぬ。安仁様への褒美にござりまする。
中に入ればこの世の高貴な目は届きません。何もかも私が受け合いまする。このように低い
Okay.
ね。
No one ever see what happens.
300問目でよろしいでしょう。
お二方様のお越しをお待ちしております。
万人を徴用なさるのが合点がいかぬ。
Were they the ones in the first episode, right? In front of the
安
uncle?
仁なぞ私は何とも思っておりません。
She was talking to him like, well, why don't you? And it was after her conversation with him that he talked with Toranaga's son.
Right.
Remember?
Right.
Does Toranaga summon her?
He ordered it.
But
Oh, about.
There is nothing to know.
Oh, about them the first time.
Gin's tea house is famed for its many wonders, but we must be careful. Our every gesture is being observed.
By who?
He's like, why am I here? I don't want to do this.
Remember, he didn't even want to have a like a wife. He doesn't say it, right?
I feel so
この
awkward right
美し
now.
きように安仁様をお迎えできましたこと光栄に存じまする。マリコ様にもかような場所にお運びいただき恐れ入りまする。
Oh, she's not even translating for
know.
him.
does feel like we're being watched.
Right.
We must try our best to find this as pleasurable as possible.
No, I might find this pleasurable.
By not making a scene.
He's
For
like,
both of our sakes.
he feels very awkward. Like, what is this for? That's how he feels. Like, why am I here? What is this
Yeah.
for?
安仁様がお嫌でなければ歌方の世がこの世の極楽とも呼ばれるわけをお話とございまする。
She wishes to explain to you the meaning of the Willow world.
こちらにおいでになる方は皆様忘れたいものをお持ちでございまする。
Maybe they're doing it for her.
Most come here to escape from boredom or pain, hardship or disappointment.
皆様ここは快楽に溺れるための場所と思っておられ
Maybe
ま
this
す。
was for
They believe
Mariko.
this place is about physical pleasure,
それだけでは
which it
ない
is.
でございまする。
but it can be more.
叶えて差し上げております。
I offer you relief from this and safety to create one perfect moment that you wish to inhabit completely. I ask you into my openness. I ask you.
今ここで私と一つになってください。
Oh.
I think that. Oh, maybe she's like
I think it
releasing
was
her
for her,
past.
right?
She invites you away with her now.
ご一緒に参りませぬか。
菊殿お一人でなくてはなりません。
I guess he didn't tell her she had to go into the room. Oh. There was like a connection. I mean.
He's like, I don't want any other girl.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, the way that the courtesan was explaining it to be translated felt like it would be more for Mariko because of what she's gone through.
マリコ殿は落ち葉の方と仲が良かったように思うが。
落ち葉の方となられてからはお目にかかっておりません。
Wow.
So that was the last time they saw each other.
我らに対する戦いぶり、誰しも戦わねばならぬものがある。それでも大抵のものは非道な真似はせんものじゃ。
失礼ながら、それは殿方に限ったお話ではござりませんか。
Right.
されど女子は
It's like revenge.
常に戦うておるのでござります。
そなたの父上は
Yes.
そなたのために見事な策を練っておられたの。
ならば私の嫁ぎ先も
Mm.
もう少しお考えくださればようございましたのに。
She's being a little
She's
honest.
very open. Yeah.
気づいておらなんだのか。
Oh, did he order it?
そなたを嫁がせることでできうる限り父の戦から遠ざけ、
Oh.
そなたを守ろうとしたのじゃ。いずれ父の戦を娘が受け継ぎ。
Wow.
That's why they keep kind of
Yeah.
telling her.
私は父上を裏切ってしまいました。
いや、そなたの戦はまだ終わってはおらぬ。
戦議は十分尽くされた。伊藤殿はお世継ぎにも大老衆にも忠実なお方じゃ。ご一度評決を。
Do they all agree?
He looks troubled.
Mm-hmm.
伊藤殿に賛同する。伊藤殿に賛同いたす。申し訳ないが、評決はできない。お世継ぎを狙う企みがあるという確かな証は
There has been no evidence.
太閤様のお望みをないがしろにしておるのはそなたではござらぬか。日の本に誠の忠義を尽くす我らを苦労するとは。
Oh, there's more divide now.
拙者が杉山弾劾を申し立てますゆえ、その後に次の手を打ち
Man,
ましょうぞ。
now they gotta impeach him.
前に聞いたの。
Right.
何故私がかような思いを取らながに抱くのかと。
We all want to
それ
know.
は確かに我が父を手にかけたのは明智人妻かもしれぬ。裏で糸を引いておったのは虎長じゃ。あの男が誰にも見せぬ胸の内も私には見える。
So she thinks Toranaga planned the murder of her dad?
Mm-hmm.
お世継ぎの母になれた私一人。何故かその方にはわかるか。
But she wouldn't say that if that was the case. Would she? How would it help her?
目に我が姿を見せつけたからじゃ。故に宿命の目をえぐり出すことができたのじゃ。
Man, this girl is.
官僚風情。
Oh, is that like her way of saying like you have to force it? You have to force your way?
どこまで行っても官僚よ。
Like, don't go through the democratic process of it.
It's like, oh.
Yeah, I think what she was.
Forget about fate or whatever
Like,
has it. You
you
have
take
to
control
take
of fate.
control.
so he went and killed him.
Wow.
亡くなられた。直ちに石堂は大老会議を支配するであろう。間もなくわしは事実無根の罪で弾劾されよう。その後我が一族に対し戦線が布告されるであろう。されど逆賊どもが太閤様のお世継ぎにあだなす恐れあらば必ずやお世継ぎをお守りいたす。好天じゃ。
I was about to say, is he about to call Shogun?
我が弟に加勢を求める使いを送り、その後大坂に攻め上って敵を一掃いたす。時は来た。
Oh man.
Oh, I knew.
Yeah,
I knew the ending was coming.
I had a feeling he's gonna announce Shogun and then the show's gonna end.
This episode has been one huge build-up.
I know.
To only extend it to the next episode.
It's still building because there's like a lot going on.
That's what I'm saying. There's no finality of it other than now we know the plan that he's thinking to use.
Right. There's still a lot that happened with Anjin or Blackthorn and Mariko. Something's still going on there.
Yeah.
Like I think maybe Toranaga's he's too clever to just like he purposely sent her to translate. And at first I thought, and this may still be the case, because he knew something was going on between them. But I think he knows that particular brothel was more than a brothel. It's more of like a way like a freeing of the mind
or something.
But I mean, all she did was hear those words from her, and she just kind of like relived all those moments, and that was kind of it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it really did anything for her, but
it looked like it did.
Well, no, it did something in the moment, but she still walked out, and she's still being a little.
Yeah.
Although, but then now she heard more like what her destiny was meant to be.
Right.
So her role is just increasing. She's more than just a translator. She's obviously very smart and.
Well, we're definitely going to see the rise of the two women powers here. Lady Ochiba, they used to be best friends.
Yeah. So why would they have anything against each other except for they haven't seen each other in a long time and they're kind of allied on different sides?
Exactly. Other than Mariko is like Toranaga's like right-hand man. Woman. Yeah. Right-hand woman.
Maybe that's the only reason why. But I feel like
they just haven't seen each other in a long time. So, I mean, we're going to get to an episode where they're going to face each other and there's going to be like this like
moment. But the thing is, those are like in the show. Cause like, among the men, like you have like Toranaga, which is like, he's up here as far as his intelligence and smarts. Ishido is like, they're like intelligent too, but everyone else is like clearly levels below. But then Blackthorn in his own right is pretty sharp, right? As far as like playing this chess game. He's not even supposed to be playing chess.
No, but
he's in there and he's still kind of maneuvering.
He's
like
kind
he keeps
of figuring things out. Right. Yeah.
But among the women, Mariko has always been like head and shoulders above as far as. I mean, she's right. I mean, she's basically head and shoulders above everybody.
Right.
Like men, women doesn't matter. I think just Toranaga is the only one.
Right.
Well, now with Lady Oshiba, like you seeing how she is.
Yes, she's very powerful with her words. For
right.
Sure.
Because
and with her, what do you call it? Like when you make people do stuff?
Manipulation.
Yeah. Maybe.
Kind of. But whenever it showed the Catholics, they were like, "Oh, she's just the mother of the heir." Like he's like, and even the other one was like, "I wouldn't take her lightly." And so she's cunning, and I mean, she is like the mother of the heir. So like, on paper, like you respect her, all this stuff, but she's not supposed to be in power in politics or anything. But she's kind of inserted herself. And now she's manipulating even how the council works, how Ishido.
Well, that story that she was telling was very interesting.
Well, I wonder
how many women it was going through to try and conceive, which makes me think that he wasn't able to get to even have children or something.
That can be one of two ways.
So now I'm wondering if it's even his child.
So it's either that or that whole story, all she really meant by it was hundreds of women, none of them could get pregnant. It was me because I kind of willed it to be, or like because she used the whole thing about I took fate.
Yeah.
And so she immediately feels empowered by it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, she's like, it was me that gave birth to her.
Exactly.
So I'm meant to be more than just the mother.
I willed it to happen.
So then it just like gave her full confidence, and she's just going for it because of that.
Yeah.
Or it's not.
I looked at Fate and I scratched his eyes out. Did you heard that part?
Yeah.
So to
he's
me,
kind of whispering in his.
Yeah, like
I took it into my own hands.
Yeah.
So maybe she went and got pregnant somewhere else, which could be exactly what happened. She went to some other guy, got pregnant, came back, like, oh, I just had your baby.
Could you imagine the implications?
And how would you prove it except for if the husband spoke, or the guy?
Yeah. Well, they probably killed him.
Or killed him. Right. So, she's pregnant, killed him. But then.
I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, the way she was telling that story, it makes it seem like. If the boy looked 0-0 like the. You're probably. I mean, that's probably where it went. That's probably what happened. But that's crazy that she just had that issue that just went out, because he's been trying to do. I'm surprised that she was that open with him.
She didn't say what she did. She said she just took fate into her own, but he understood the assignment.
I'm just surprised that she told that whole story, because you can make a lot of assumptions and inferences about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't even touch my snacks, by the way.
I was pretty locked in.
I know. Let's see what else happened. I also think that was a little odd. Obviously, very odd. The whole setup with Kiku and.
Yeah, that whole situation. Which I think the courtesans are just. They're not just prostitutes. They're like
no,
it's like
absolutely. It is very much an honorable thing. Like they spend their whole life learning this culture, these
how to
customs.
pour the drink. They have apprentices. Like it's very different. That's why he was like, our prostitutes.
Exactly. And then she's like, he prefers his homeland. Like, oh, is that not an insult? That's not what he said.
But even what he said. Maybe just the word prostitute is considered condescending. Like they don't consider themselves more than that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
very interesting episode.
Yeah, it was a lot of the setup. So they did lose a lot of people.
There's a lot of like, well, who knows what at this point, right? Like what's going on behind the scenes? Like who knows about all these happenings?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. But there's still 3 episodes. I mean, as of now, there's 9. There may be another. They may be. I don't know when they're supposed to come out. But
last week when we watched, there was only 8, so they're still coming out.
Yeah. Yeah. The story shifted. It was more about the women.
Yeah.
Lady Oshiba, which we knew very little about.
Well, we saw a lot about their past and kind of what's making them rise to be what they are today.
Yeah, and they had a history together.
They both have like a vengeance for their fathers.
Yeah. Yep. That's kind of what their drive is.
I mean,
just like Mariko said, men go to war for different reasons. When women are at war, they're just at war. So they're just,
yeah,
it's a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
Maybe dangerous. Very good. All right. Well,
another good episode.
I have no idea where it's going to go from here. There's still a few episodes left, so I don't think they're going to go straight into the Crimson Sky.
I wouldn't mind to sit here and watch it.
Yeah. if we had time, I wouldn't mind either. But like if there's probably going to be set up for it, but things are kind of unraveling in Osaka as well. And I know he doesn't want to do that, but he's willing to do whatever it takes, Toranaga, to protect the heir. So I guess he feels that the heir is in danger. Yeah,
I feel like he's the one trying to protect the heir more. He's the one who has the heir in interest more than anybody else.
Yeah,
which is crazy,
Well, he had that. I mean, it showed that one-on-one that he had with.
Yeah, the Taiko. And he's like, just protect him pretty much at all costs.
Yeah. And he's just honorable with that.
Yep.
Cool. Good episode. All right, that's all I got.
Same.
Cool. Well, thanks guys for watching. Consider subscribing to our channel if you want to continue watching this show with us. As I said earlier, the full uncut reaction is down in our Patreon, as well as early access if you want to watch next week. You get to watch it before we get to watch it, technically. Time travel. Anyway, that's all we got. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week with episode 7. So until then, we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Peace.